So, welcome to Test Prep CA7, Part 1, Question number 2. It says, a table below has a list of objects from an ogre's closet and their masses. I've always wondered what's in an ogre's closet. Well, let's see. A bucket of old pizza crust. Box of dried fish heads. Yum. Barrel of smelly things. Unidentifiable. Giant club. A rubber chicken. That doesn't make sense. One Direction CD collection. Totally makes sense. Unicorn horn. Excellent. So these are all the things that are in the ogre's closet. Notice that it has their masses here as well, right here on the thing. So we're going to actually, first of all, see what they want us to find. It says, which two items have a mass of 7,600 grams and why? Well, what they're talking about is a combined mass of 7,600 grams. So what we have to do is we have to find two items here that add up to 7,600. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to convert grams to kilograms. And the reason I'm going to do that is all of these are in kilograms, but I have grams for the amount that they want me to find. So in order to compare those accurately, we need to do a conversion. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my 7,600 grams and I'm going to do the process that I've been showing you guys how to do in class. So what we get is we start with our process table. We have X, Y, and once again X is our input, okay? Y is our output. And this is going to be our process. All right. Now, on this side, we have 7,600 grams. Okay. And the output, we don't know what it is exactly, but we know we want it in kilograms. Okay. So the question is, how do we get from grams to kilograms? And in order to find the answer to that, we need a conversion factor. Well, we do know that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. If you didn't know 1,000 gram equals 1 kilogram, there's another way that you can find that out. You can do the King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk that Mr. Sims taught you and kind of figure out how much it is from there. So once again, 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So what we need to do now is figure out, what do you do to 1,000 to make it 1? What do you do to this 1,000 grams to make it 1 kilogram instead? And what we're going to do in order to make that happen is we're going to divide by 1,000. So 1,000 divided by 1,000 is going to equal 1 kilogram. Well, if we do that here, then what we have to do up here is also divide by 1,000. Now, you could actually do the division problem that looks like 7,600 divided by 1,000. But I don't suggest it. The metric system is so great because what it does is it allows us to not have to do that long division. Because what you can do instead is just move the decimal point. So whenever you have 76,000 and you want to, 7,600 or 7,600, and you want to divide it by 1,000, what you're going to do is you're going to notice that there are 3 zeros. Okay, there are 3 zeros. There's this 0 here, this 0 here, and this 0 here in the 1,000. So when you're dividing it by 1,000, what you're going to do is you're going to move it those 3 places over. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3. Don't forget, this would be where my decimal point starts, because every number has a decimal point, whether or not you see it. So I move that decimal point over 3, and it's going to now be in right behind the 7 for a total of 7.6. So that's my new number. Instead of 7,600 grams, I now have 7.6 kilograms. So now the question is, what two masses equal 7.6? So now it's just a matter of figuring out which ones add together to make 7.6. Well, let me look at the bucket of old pizza crust, the 5 and the 3 here. 5 plus 3 is 8. Well, that's not going to work. I need to get 7.6. So the question is, are there two numbers that give me 7.6? And what I'll see is if I use this 5 kilograms here and this 2.6 down here, that's going to equal 7.6. And I can do that here for you. 5.0, I'm just adding a decimal point to make it easy. 2.6, don't forget when you're adding decimals, you always have to line up the decimal point. You add those together, you get 6 and 7 for a total of 7.6 kilograms. So that is your answer. Your answer is it's the bucket of old pizza crusts and the rubber chicken. Those two together make a total mass of 7,600 grams. So once again, your answer is the bucket of old pizza crusts and the rubber chicken. Well, I hope that helps. I hope you had a great time, and I will see you for the next problem.